Hey, everybody.
Oh, my goodness. I can't work with this guy.
She says I'm incorrigible.
He is incorrigible.
That was a big word. First time she called me that, I wasn't sure if I should thank her or...
No.
Or, like...
Incorrigible.
Yeah. No.
With no hope of being reformed.
Unreformable. Almost rhymes with incorrigible. Hi, I'm Steve.
I'm Donna.
We're Happy Our Treasures. Welcome to our little channel.
We are rehomers of stuff in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yes, today we have some things going out. Again, I already shipped 3 things.
And we have some news.
And we have some news. And I'm going to show you how to ship a large 26-inch doll. So.
Wow.
All right, so we just have 3 more things to pull. I already shipped these 3 things this morning. Blue Oyster Cult record that sold for $16.99. And there was this cup and lid something, and it sold for $14.99. And then there was also this puzzle that sold for, I want to say $14.99.
You forgot.
I don't know. I popped it up.
Okay.
And then we have 3 more things to pull. But before we do that, let's just let you know that our son Luke from Alaska, on the last video,
we've got
his flight was canceled.
Scheduled. Yeah, he's going to be here not tomorrow. I thought it was tomorrow. The next day.
Yeah, he was supposed to fly home tomorrow. This is Wednesday, and he was supposed to fly home on Thursday. He's flying home on Friday. There's still the schedule. It's still going to be a huge undertaking. He's very nervous. We're very nervous because getting 3 big dogs and a little dog on an airplane is a big task. And then they switch flights in Seattle.
Have you showed a picture of the puppers?
Yeah,
lately?
here's all the dogs that are coming here. Yes. So it's going to be, once they set foot here in Omaha and we are there and we able to get them out of the airport, it's going to be such a weight lifted off everybody's shoulders. But that will happen in 2 days. So we may not have a 3rd video this week. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Maybe we
might.
Yeah, whatever. Who knows? We'll see.
Okay.
We don't really plan this stuff anyway.
He just tells me when to stand here and smile.
Yeah. It's like, come on, Donna, let's go.
I didn't even do my hair, so, you get what you get.
She's still beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
She still won't keep the belly dancing records, though.
No, somebody please bid on them. They're on the dot link. They're on Sassy's. Somebody please bid on them to come get them from my house.
All right. Anyway.
Okay, what sold?
3 things to get that I haven't shipped yet, so we're going to grab those. They are all 3 good sales, and so let's grab them.
Okay, what's first?
First thing is a blanket.
Oh, yeah, we just listed. You just listed that.
Donna bought this in a estate sale just last weekend. She paid $5 for it. Egyptian cotton blanket.
There.
Twin size, sage green.
Yeah.
And she paid $5 for this, and it sold for, I sent an offer for it, and it sold for $45.99. We had it listed for $49.99, so 10% off, and they bought it. And it's actually a repeat buyer, so somebody that has bought from us before. I don't know what they bought, but that's awesome. Good to hear that.
That's a big box.
This is a big box. Thomas Kincaid tree.
Yeah.
It's in styrofoam, but Donna said I should definitely pull it out, make sure it's safe to ship.
Just take the lid off. You don't have to take the... Okay, good. So do you think that it'll ship okay?
Well, I hope so. I will... So that's a big old tree,
isn't it? Yeah, and they're
very,
very delicate.
So what I will do... it shipped like this when it got sent out. I think it's secure and safe in here. What I'm going to do, though, is get a box a little bigger than this, and I'm going to double box it. So I'll have another box, have padding all the way around it to help it kind of absorb the shock if it gets thrown around or whatever. But I think this is the packaging it came in. I think it'll be completely safe. Double box will be good to go. And that one sold for $86.99.
Nice.
So very cool sale there.
Okay.
And then the last one that I'm going to show you how I would ship. There are more than one ways to skin a cat, they say, which is weird saying. I don't know anybody skinning cats.
We're not skinning cats.
But I'm going to show you how I'm going to ship this, but, somebody else may do it differently.
Okay.
But it was a great sale. This came from a estate buyout we did.
Yes.
About a year ago. I listed this
Omaha.
about 2 months ago, probably. This is an Annette Hemstedt. This is a Puppen Kinder, it says. There's the original receipt. I paid $298.75. This plus another 200, so I don't know, but it sold for $137.99. And it is...
Oh, she's in a bag.
Is she? Bagged and tagged?
Can you put up a picture of her?
Yeah, let's just do that. Here's what she looks like. Here's a few pictures because she's really cool, really lifelike. And so this big box, I'm going to go through and show you how to
get her there safely.
Get her there safely.
Okay, I'm headed to the garage to list some stuff.
Bye.
And you're packing, so
yes.
Carry on.
Carry on. All right, so here we go. This is a large item. And so I have been doing this long enough that I know I can do it. It took me a long time when it first started. I was very nervous about big things, breakable things, but I've shipped some really weird and unique things. So I'm not too worried about this. I just got to make sure I find the right box, the right everything. So what I want to do is, before I even start, the first thing I'll do is, see, there's a lot of empty dead space. Now she has a porcelain face, so we need to have her protected in this box. Basically, she's going to get double boxed because I'm going to stuff this with paper, do it tight, but not so tight that it's not cushion, you know? So I'm going to fill this all with paper, nice and full, so that she's protected from shaking around inside of here. Then, when I'm done with that, I'll make sure to put these back in. Then I will put this box in a couple big poly bags that I have and tape it up, and I'll show you that. So first, I will secure her inside this box. Really point the camera down so you can see what we got going on here. So, like, I'm going to make sure her head is secure so it can't move, her feet and all that stuff. And then I'll put this stuff on the top. So I think that's, feels really good right there. Doesn't move around, but it's, you can kind of hear the paper. It's not jam-packed in there where I'm gonna squish her and break her. So I don't want to tape the box because they might, you know, the box might be part of the collector part of it that they bought it for. So I don't want to tape it. So I'm just gonna take two. I got big poly bags, put one over one end, kind of tape it snug, put one over the other end, and then I'll tape it up together so that it's all protected in a poly mailer. Okay, so now I have a poly bag on it, but because of the paper in there, it's, you know, trying to expand and stuff, so it wants to push the lid up. What I'm going to do is not too tight, but I'm going to wrap tape around each end just to kind of keep the lid on there nice and snug. When I was early on in the eBay thing, I found the eBay colored tape, and somebody was selling some locally, and so you can see maybe the yellow with the red writing and then the white. I had all these different colors, and I thought, oh, this is so cool. I don't actually like it. It's kind of messy when you tape boxes with it, so I save it for random odd things like these little pieces or whatever, because shipping a box like this to me now, I'm like, man, that stuff is messy, but so I use it for stuff inside the box. Okay, now the box, the lid will stay on, like it's taped down but not tight, not pressing the cardboard, but it's on secure now. So now we got to find a box that this will go in and not be too big. So here's the thing when it comes to doing these boxes, you can manipulate boxes, you can make them different shapes and stuff, and that's something I learned I didn't know for a long time. I will, if needed, I will go to U-Haul or something and buy a box specifically for something. I've had several things, the large things that we've sent out that I put in the description when I list it. Go to U-Haul, buy this size box, and so I will do that. For this, I think we have boxes in the garage. So the key to this is to have a rigid box. don't use a used box that's the cardboard isn't rigid anymore, because the whole key to this shipping, it's really not in that much danger, but you don't want something to hit in the middle if they set packages on it to squish down the middle. The ends are fine, they're not going to give structurally, but the middle is the most important part. So we need a nice rigid box to do this with. So how we do this is we're going to measure this length, and then I'm going to measure. I'm going to ship it actually standing up like this, because what I need is a box long enough and wide enough. And if I do it this way, it's long and it's even wider, right? But if I turn it this way, it's not as wide this way. The height don't matter because I'll use my box resizer. I can cut down the height or whatever. So if I measured this way, we are just about 30 inches, and then I measured this way, we're about 7 inches. So when a box is flat, you can see how the two sides of it, you can measure and see how long it is. So I need at least 37 inches. Now in order to do, I want to do 2 to 3 inches all the way around would be ideal for paper, because I use crushed paper for my, or maybe packing peanuts, but for my padding in between the two. 37, so if I want to do 3 inches extra this way and 3 extra inches this way, that's 6 more. So 43 inches. And then if I want to do 3 extra inches both way this way, that's 43, and then another 6 is 49. So I need a box that when it's flat, it's 49 inches across. So then I can make it to fit this, and I'll show you exactly how to do that here. All right, this is a big box. When I decided I was going to do this video, I underestimated how big this box was, and I went out in the garage. I'm like, wow, I don't know if I'm going to find one big enough, but I did. This box is a little bit shorter. I was looking for 50 inches, and we are at 48, which is just fine because it's not super breakable. So what I need to do is I have 30 inches here, and what I want to do, let's just add 2 inches to each end. So let's go 32, 34. So it's 30 and then 2 here, so 34 inches. So we want a 34-inch long box. This is a strong box. I mean, this is thick cardboard. It'll be good. So we're going to measure across to 36 inches. I think I said 36, but if I do 2 inches, it's 34. But let's do 35. So we're going to measure 35 inches end to end. I'm going to mark several spots. All right, now we're going to get a straight edge, and we're going to draw us a line. Where we want that, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so where this line is now, we're not going to cut here. We're going to cut the flaps down to the edge of the box. We're going to cut this to the line and line them up. Here, this is a big box, so it's a lot to handle, honestly. Now let's flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So this is where the corner of the box is going to be, where our line is. So now what we do is we have to go on the inside of the box. And this is a box resizer. It's just a wheel with spokes. And what you do is you perforate a line, and that way it makes it easier to fold on that spot. And if you do it straight, you'll have a nice straight line. And I can even, it makes it easier if I draw a line, use my straight edge, I'm going to draw a line where those cuts are. So on the inside I have a line to follow so I don't cut it crooked. Or perforate it, not cut it. Oh. This is a big box. Wow, this is a big box. It's hard to handle, but we're getting there. We're just about there. I made that perforation on the inside. We're gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. I promise it'll be worth it in the end. It's gonna be beautiful or something. All right, I did it. Now, everything's cut, everything's perforated. This should work. I hope you followed along with that. I hope it all made sense. Now, everything is cut, everything's perforated, and when I fold it at the new folds and put all the flaps down, I should have a box that is perfect for my big old doll that I need to ship out. So we'll see. I'm gonna stand it up. I'm gonna bend it. Instead of at the first one, I'm gonna bend it at the new perforations. I usually do this with much smaller boxes. This is an extreme example, but this is the only way to find a box that's just perfect for this, right? Put the end flaps down first, then the other flaps. Look at that. That is a box that is going to work pretty darn nice. So I will tape up one side, and then we'll flip it over, and I'll load from the other side, and we'll put all the padding in, we'll put the doll in, and we'll get it off to the post office. Probably UPS, honestly. All right, the bottom is taped, it's secure. So now, the ultimate test. Let's get the doll and see how the box fits in here. If it came out right, it should have a couple inches, 2 to 3 inches around all sides to be able to put some padding in here. And I'll probably go with, I'm thinking packing peanuts for this instead of crushed paper. It's just, I can do a more even distribution of it. So let's see how it turned out. Perfect, there's a few inches. There's more on the sides. And I thought I was gonna have to cut down the box and make it shorter, but there's literally 2 to 3 inches that I can go on either side all the way around. It's wider this way than maybe it would be nice to, but who cares? This will be great. I'll use packing peanuts. And another thing I will do, because I don't remember the integrity of the box, I'm not worried about the ends, I'm worried about the center. So what I'll do is I'll put a layer of peanuts down, and then on each side of the box, I'm going to take a 14-inch piece of rigid cardboard like this, and I'm going to put it next to the box so that it gives it added support from crushing. You know, it just gives some cardboard in as close to the box as I can get it, right next to it, and that'll give it a little more support, so keep it from crushing should somebody lay something on it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put a layer of peanuts down, then I'll put a piece of cardboard like this down, and then I'll put the doll in here, the box, and then I'll do peanuts all the way around it, just up to it, and then I'll put another piece of cardboard about here, and then top it off with peanuts. I'm making a mess. Using all my peanuts too, but that's all right. All my peanuts come from like donations, or we buy them from like all these peanuts. We bought a whole bunch of shipping supplies from somebody really cheap, but I get all my packing supplies, a lot of them donation from people. They save them for us. which we really appreciate because this stuff ain't cheap. So I just need a little more peanuts here. And normally I have all my peanuts in that barrel, so it's easy to pour them, but it went empty, and for the sake of time, I just dumped them from the box, and that's what made a mess. The barrel works really well, but so we're gonna even this out here. That's a nice layer. I don't want to go too tight, like I can probably squish them down more, but I want it to have room to absorb the shock. We're gonna flip in on the ends. And look at that. We're gonna tape all this up, and this bad boy will be ready to go. And then we'll compare what they paid for shipping versus what it's actually gonna cost to ship, and see if I underestimated the shipping cost, because I'm kind of worried that I did, but whatever. And there it is. The doll is secure. It's not going anywhere. I think it's safe. Moment of truth. Let's weigh it up, measure it up. Let's see how bad I did. Not off to a good start. I put in 8 pounds and it's 14 pounds. Trying to think of what was I thinking. I usually put in like plenty of extra weight for another box and packing material. I don't even want to finish this now. Wow. I might have really messed this one up, but that's why I don't ship big things. We don't list big things unless it's well worth the money in case something like this happens. So there's money. We just make less on the item, but oh boy. All right, let's see. Okay, so I was off, but not too bad. Like, I'm okay with this. I don't know why I messed that up so bad, but they paid $37 and change for shipping, and the cost to ship at UPS ground is going to be $50 and change. So it's a $13 difference. I mean, they do take fees off of the shipping and off of sales tax and all that, but that's too bad. I messed that up. I like my box. I think it turned out well, but I messed up when I listed it. I can't believe I only put 8 pounds. That's just kind of crazy, but you know, you live and you learn. If I get another big old doll like this, I definitely will put more weight into it, that's for sure. So anyway, $13 hit on that. You know, it is what it is, you know. And that frees up a big old spot, and it's going to go, and somebody will be really happy. I'm very confident that it's going to get there safely. Could I have done it in a smaller box with less weight, a thinner box? Sure, but I'm okay with it because it will go. The first time we ever shipped, we tried free shipping for a very short time, speaking of shipping mistakes. And so we factored in like average shipping, like when you do free shipping. That's why we don't do free shipping, because we tried it the first time and we had a Christmas tree stand. And so it was this, it wasn't big, it was like in pieces, but it was heavy because it was metal. And that was one of the very first things that sold when we switched to free shipping. And I go to ship it, and it was going to Puerto Rico. And it didn't cost that much. I paid more to ship it than I made with shipping and the price included. So we learned pretty early on. I don't care if it will get you more sales if you're free shipping. I ain't doing free shipping. And like I said, because this is $137 doll, I screwed up the shipping, but it's okay. We're still making decent money on this. And so this is what it is. I'm going to slap a label on here, get those other two things packaged up, and I'm going to get them out of here. I'm going to get Donna's reaction here to my mess. Look at this. I got peanuts all over the floor. I got stuff everywhere. Hi.
Hi. You have a mess on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a mess.
What happened here?
Where? Those were in a box of packing material.
I see.
I don't know what they are, but anyway, here's my box.
Always something new in this house.
I messed up a little bit. I didn't put enough weight in, so it's costing $13 more than they paid for shipping.
That's all right.
But it is what it is.
She'll get there safe.
Yeah, she'll get there safe. We still make decent money on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it turned out pretty good. So.
Cool.
All right, is that it?
Why are you pointing it at me? It should be at you. There.
They've seen me enough.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's it. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
By the time we make another video, I don't plan on making another video until our kid is home from Alaska.
I just talked to him. He's mailing his clothes home. So they're on their way.
Good.
So
one piece at a time.
tomorrow night he'll get on the plane at midnight.
Yep, Thursday night at midnight, and he should be in Omaha at like 12:30 p.m. Friday afternoon. So.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, like and subscribe if you like our content. We love the comments. Keep them coming. Thank you so much for that. And that's about all we have for today.
That's all I got. That's enough.
Yes. So he's Steve.
Yeah, she's Donna.
We are Happy Heart Treasures, and we will
See you next time.
bye.